Good day, my name is Bryan Tanduyan from Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering 2B. And for this video I will discuss my learning insights of information, biodiversity and a healthy society, and last one the nanotechnology. So let's start. Biodiversity and a healthy society. Number 1. Identify the importance of biodiversity as a source of different biological resources. Ecological life support. Biodiversity provides functioning ecosystems that supply oxygen, clean air and water, pollination of plants, pest control, wastewater treatment and many ecosystem services. Recreation. Many recreational pursuits rely on our unique biodiversity, such as birdwatching, hiking, camping and fishing. Number 2. Discuss the adverse effects of resource depletion on society and the measures to mitigate them. This or solutions for natural resource depletion. First, make electricity use more efficient. We can conserve some of that electricity simply by turning things off and unplugging them when we're not using them, and by using more energy efficient appliances and light bulbs. Second, use more renewable energy. Resources like wind and sunlight, however, can also be used to generate electricity, but these resources are renewable. That means once they are used, they become available again quickly. Third, promote sustainable fishing rules. Reduced fish populations can alter entire ecosystems and hurt coastal economies that depend on fishing. Fourth, avoid single-use plastics. Reducing our plastic use helps us avoid the use of the resources needed to make plastic and prevents plastic waste from harming the natural environment. Fifth, drive less. You can conserve natural resources by not owning a car, owning a more fuel-efficient car or driving less. Walking, bicycling, taking public transportation and carpooling are all excellent alternatives to driving. Sixth, recycle more and improve recycling systems. Improving our recycling systems can also help. Researchers can find new, more efficient ways to recycle, local governments can make recycling easier, and businesses can implement recycling programs for their employees. Seventh, use sustainable agriculture practices. Precision agriculture, which uses technology to optimize resource use, can help farmers use less fertilizer, pesticides, water and other inputs. Eighth, reduce food waste. Keeping track of the food you have, planning meals and shopping trips ahead of time and properly storing food can help reduce food waste at home. Ninth, promote sustainable forest management. These practices mimic the natural destruction and regeneration patterns of nature and involve aspects such as establishing protected areas, create a harvesting plan, and using logging techniques that are easier on the natural environment. 10th, treat wastewater before discharging it. Of the reason for this is that some industrial plants and wastewater treatment plants, especially in developing countries, discharge water into streams and rivers without adequately treating it. It's crucial that wastewater discharge regulations are enforced if they exist, and that they get introduced if they don't yet exist. Next is the information. Number 1. Determine the impacts of the information age to society. Impacts of the information age. Many communication services like texting, email, and social media developed, and the world has not been the same since. People learn new languages easier, and many books have been translated into different languages, so people around the world can become more educated. Number 2. Analyze the ways in which the information age and the social media influence human lives. The media influences so many people's behavior nowadays. Information can be spread after a few clicks of a button, whether it is true, false, speculation or gossip. This can affect relationships in various ways, be it between celebrities and ordinary people, or between celebrities themselves and their loved ones. The media can manipulate, influence, persuade and pressurize society, along with even controlling the world at times in both positive and negative ways, mentally, physically and emotionally. The last topic that we will discuss is nanotechnology. Number 1 question. Discuss the antecedents of nanotechnology and its importance to society. Nanotechnology provides many benefits in many areas of life. It helps to improve many technological and industrial sectors to a large extent, such as information technology, energy, medicine, national security, environmental science, food safety, and many others. Nanotechnology also adapts material structures at very small scales to achieve specific properties, through which they can strengthen the effectiveness of materials, while being lightweight, more durable, reactive and entangled. Number 2. Enumerate the positive and negative impacts of nanotechnology on the environment and society. The positive impacts of nanotechnology provides us with a new approach to cut down the waste production, reduce the emission of greenhouse gases, and discharge of hazardous chemicals in water bodies. There are certain negative impacts of nanotechnology on environment in many ways, such as increased toxicological pollution on the environment due to the uncertain shape, size, and chemical compositions of some of the nanotechnology products. Number 3 question. Identify the moral and ethical questions and concerns surrounding nanotechnology. A statement that nanotechnologies do inevitably imply ethical questions. The main problems are public trust, potential risks, issues of environmental impact, transparency of information, responsible nanosciences and nanotechnologies research.